Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified what is going on. Canelo Alvarez leaves the PBC just to come back to the PBC and with an announcement that he will be fighting Jaime Munguia. Now, Jaime Munguia, obviously a very good fighter, you know what I'm saying, that could give Canelo some trouble, Canelo Alvarez is obviously, you know, aging. You know what I'm saying? We seen Canelo Alvarez against John Ryder. Just didn't have the killer instinct to kill. uh I don't want to say kill, but the killer instinct to put John Ryder away. When Jaime Munguia got the opportunity to fight John Ryder, you know what I'm saying, he got the job done. But let's talk about why Canelo Alvarez left the PBC and came back to the PBC, because a lot of people are talking about that Canelo Alvarez, you know, he came back and Al Heyman is this God and gracious, and I mean this is like a real topic, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, the promotional company of this fight. Canelo Alvarez left the PBC, uh, and for him, it was the choice that he made to leave the PBC, and then he came back with a DAZN offer. You know what I'm saying? Left, came back with a DAZN offer, and now you talking about a guy, H Money. What is going on, man? How you been, man? How you been, my brother, man? Hopefully everything is well. Hopefully everything is going good, man. Um, but came back with the zone. You know what I'm saying? And now the zone is also going to be a part of that pay-per-view. Now people are saying, oh, the PBC is not, didn't lose money, because obviously Canelo Alvarez came back to the PBC, is going to get that paycheck. Well, there's a thing called investors, right? And the zone is now going to get some of the proceeds to that fight. Jaime Munguia obviously fights under Golden Boy. Golden Boy is contracted by the zone, and it's a bunch of things and nonsense that nobody really cares about, because guess what? Most fans just want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we just gotta reply to everybody saying that, this Canelo leaving the PBC to go to the PBC, and then speculating that the promotional company in the PBC is not making any type of money and is losing money, and this and that and this and that. And it could potentially still be that this PBC is losing money. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way that they left this man leave, and then he comes back with a deal that's gonna also implement the zone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh my goodness, Al Heyman brought back Canelo Alvarez. No, Al Heyman brought back. I mean, Canelo Alvarez brought himself back into that deal because now he got Prime and the zone. You know what I'm saying? So now that the revenue that they're gonna get off of this fight is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? He still looked out for Eddie Hearn. He might not even be fighting Edgar Berlanga no more, right? Because of the fact that he's bringing Eddie Hearn into this deal. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn's gonna benefit from this because it's also gonna be on pay-per-view on the zone. You know what I mean? So I mean, who really cares though, right? Like, this is how sad boxing is. We start getting into these. There's really nothing going on right now. I completely do understand. No, nothing is really hitting the headlines. Nothing really going on. Ryan Garcia was on fire for 1 week talking about the Illuminati and shit like that. But it's kind of died down. They probably told his dumbass to sit the fuck down somewhere. And now is off to Canelo Alvarez, Jaime Munguia. And obviously, I mean, it's going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Paulie Malignaggi, I believe I was hearing, was just completely, utterly disrespecting Canelo Alvarez. And I think that right now, it's a smear campaign on Canelo Alvarez's name, obviously, right? Because I think that they feel like the David Benavidez fight needed to be next, or it was over with. You know what I'm saying? I think that in their world, boxing is now died. You know what I mean? Like, they literally can't stop talking about how David Benavidez deserved the opportunity. Um, I think that more than enough people have already stressed that David Benavidez does deserve an opportunity, but there's always up until September. You never know. This is boxing, bro. You can only fight one person at a time. This dude is now six people at once. You know what I'm saying? The deal could be possibly be made. Like they said, Canelo Alvarez came back to the PBC. That third fight is still up in the air. Now Canelo Alvarez could potentially be fighting David Benavidez. They try to give credit to on Pro Box TV, try to give credit to Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying, that he could potentially, get something done against Canelo Alvarez, which could very well be the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put that past Jaime Munguia, but I feel like if Jaime Munguia is to beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez, he would have to knock out a guy like Canelo Alvarez. He gets hit a lot. He has a lot of things, a lot of wrinkles in his game that Canelo Alvarez could take advantage of as well. I think Canelo Alvarez, if I'm putting my money on it, I think that it's gonna be a KO. You know what I'm saying? I think that that Jaime Munguia is getting knocked out. You know what I mean? But I mean, Canelo Alvarez should be fighting David Benavidez, right? And I think that is Andre Ward said that it's gonna hinder Canelo Alvarez if he doesn't fight David Benavidez when he got on the Breakfast Club and just went on another smear campaign of Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's something deeper along the lines why these guys have now just started to come out and say all these things. I think it's something deeper. You know what I mean? I think that um, Canelo Alvarez already had a great career. He's fought all the top names in boxing. He's fought everybody that he needed to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that uh, a David Benavidez is gonna add to his legacy. You know what I mean? I don't think that a Terrence Crawford is gonna add to his legacy. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? That for people to think that way, Canelo Alvarez has already done so much in the sport. That is like a plus for Canelo Alvarez if he beats a guy like David Benavidez. Like he said, like they say, a Terrence Crawford fight does nothing for him. It does nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? But there are stupid people that do want to see Terrence Crawford get killed at 168 pounds. There are people that are stupid enough to really want this man to go up to get killed. I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? Um, obviously he is as tall as Canelo. They're probably the same height, but he's just not used to that type of power. He's not used to those types of guys. You know what I'm saying? He got clipped up by a guy named fucking Kavalaskis. We've seen him one time, never seen him again. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that almost that made him do the stanky leg. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's be honest here, bro. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? This is a very skilled fighter, but he would have no chance, in my opinion. I mean, the only chance he would have is if he Andre Ward said that he was a wrestler, that, what I'm saying, that he was a wrestler, so he's close to men, he knows how to hug on men, you know what I'm saying? So if it came to a time that he had to hug up on a man, this will be the time to hug up on a man. So that's what Andre Ward was telling us when he was on the Breakfast Club. That Terrence Crawford knows how to hug men. So, okay. Terrence Crawford knows how to hug men, and he was a wrestler in high school, and he used to wrestle, so he knows how to hug on a man when he needs to hug on a man. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I mean, like, come on, bro. This is a fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go see a Terrence Crawford fight against Canelo Alvarez, for this dude to stand in the middle of the ring and just hug this man, bro, come on. Let's be honest. But yeah, Terrence Crawford does have skills. He has skills. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo Alvarez has skills. Like, what are we talking about here? Canelo Alvarez has skills, but I don't want him to. I wouldn't be saying, yeah, you need to go fight Anthony Joshua next, bruh. Like, are you completely fucking stupid? That's my thing. Like, are you fucking completely dumb or are you completely stupid? You know what I'm saying? You're a half a meatball just talking stupid nonsense. You know what I mean? This dude wants this guy to go up from 147 pounds to 168 for what? They trying to put this man 6 feet under. This shit is crazy to me. It's fucking crazy. This dude hasn't even fought once at 154 or once at 160. It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. You're talking about a dude that came up from 135 pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just makes zero sense. You could throw in the Amir Khan. Motherfucker, that was like 10 years ago, bruh. Like, you still stuck on that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Amir Khan. Different time, bro. Different time. You know what I'm saying? Different time. And Amir Khan was getting to that weight class. So, and that was at what, 154? If not, I don't fucking know, right? But still, though, you wouldn't be saying, "Oh yeah, Canelo has to now go to heavyweight to fight a heavyweight." Like, it makes zero sense, dog. It makes zero sense. Canelo Alvarez is skilled, but you wouldn't be saying, "Yeah, go fight a heavyweight." You know what I mean? They skilled too. You know what I'm saying? The man would get killed in the ring against somebody like that. You know what I mean? It just makes zero sense. I think that uh, we try to you trying to throw all this shit to the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it sticks, it's stuck. You know what I mean? Like, really trying to put the battery again in this man's back, because he's been silent about Canelo Alvarez. Let's be honest. After his fight against Earl Spence, dude said there's weight classes for a reason. I'm not trying to go up past 154 pounds. Went on Joe Rogan's podcast, put a battery in his fucking back. This dude comes out, yeah, I want to fight Canelo Alvarez, for about a week. You know what I'm saying? That was the trending topic for about a week. That shit got shut down. Nobody paid this dude any type of mind. You know what I'm saying? Now people are saying, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he should be fighting Terrence Crawford. You know what? He should fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. Like, what the hell do you want people want? You know what I'm saying? You want David Benavidez that just went up 275 pounds. You want a Terrence Crawford that's got to come up from 147 pounds. It makes zero sense to me. And they said that he's not even going try to put on that type of weight to get to 168 pounds, because he would want to come in lighter, right? Which makes a lot of sense, but you gonna get knocked the fuck out, you bony fuck, if you come in like that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand that that shit is not. It's not a game, bruh. It's not a game. You just seen Francis Ngannou, a MMA heavyweight, a dude that is known for dog, a brutal sport. We talking about a brutal sport. Just get laid the fuck flatlined. You know what I'm saying? Shit is not a game, bruh. Y'all put these people, y'all, you put the battery in these dudes' back, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool for you to think that you the toughest dude, but there's weight classes for a reason in boxing. At the end of the day, there's a weight class in boxing, and that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if Terrence Crawford went up to 154 pounds, beat Tim Zoo or some shit like that, or even a Jamel Charlo who's a champion in recess at the moment, right? But beat one of those two guys at top dudes there. You know what I'm saying? Um, then went up to 160 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Got a fight in, against top dude at 160 pounds. And then you call out Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, shit. We want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case. But I'm not trying to put you on a suicide mission, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't that type of I don't think that this that type of sport for you to go up there and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not that type of sport. And I wouldn't even put that on Terrence Crawford. Like, dog, I don't need you to fight Bam Rodriguez, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't I don't need you to fight uh Nawa Inoue, bruh. Like, that's the type of shit these motherfuckers think of. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you to fight Nawa Inoue, Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Chris Eubank fight that he might be fighting, that's not a bad fight. You know what I'm saying? He's taking on a little challenge. Probably not the people probably not gonna be like, oh, this is a huge challenge, but still, you know what I mean? What they fighting at? 154 pounds or some shit like that? That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? You testing the waters to see what you can endure in those weight classes. I think he would look great against Chris Eubank Jr. Obviously, that's why that was the opponent chosen. You know what I'm saying? But bring it back to the PBC and Canelo Alvarez. Obviously, we got the reports that the PBC and Canelo Alvarez went mutual ways. You know, they went mutual ways, came apart, and now Canelo Alvarez came back. But when he came back, he brought the zone in the game. See what I'm saying? So I think that something went on in the background. Something went on, right? Canelo Alvarez said, you know what, fuck it. Y'all motherfuckers can't pay. Look, y'all got Amazon Prime. We got the zone here. We can come to a good contract right now. You know what I'm saying? Buying both of them instead of y'all having to put up for everything in the event. The zone could come in, get pay-per-view revenue, this and that, whatever. And that's how it worked. You know what I'm saying? So like the speculations, oh, this PBC is going broke, could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? But after Canelo is about to save the PBC, Canelo Alvarez is basically saving the PBC, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have literally, with this mutual shit, I'm sure they could have possibly left out the PBC on it, right? Because the zone has Jaime Munguia in Golden Boy already. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, to be honest, maybe somewhere along the lines, maybe Al Heyman, they contact Canelo Alvarez and said to fetch him a bone. You know what I'm saying? To give him a little bread for his pocket. You know what I'm saying? They got an event coming up on Prime. You through Prime, right? It's not on Prime, it's through Prime, right? So it's it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But who cares who the fuck this promotional company is about to fall under? Who cares about that, bro? Nobody cares about none of that. You know what I'm saying? If the PBC is up and thriving, congratulations to them, man. You know what I mean? You have 200 fucking people in your stable. You can't pay none of them though. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Canelo does save your company. I'm glad for it. Thank God the PBC is back in action. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we see more PBC events. I mean, who cares though? Nobody's really on the PBC. What fighter do anybody give a fuck about on the PBC, bro? Answer me that. You know what I'm saying? What fighter? They don't got no fighters over there, man. You know, what fighter in the PBC am I excited to see? Do I think that is an exciting fighter, this and that? I don't give a dog. Most of those fighters on the PBC are B-level fighters at best. It's like the B league. You know what I'm saying? You got the A league, then you got the B league. These motherfuckers is in the C league, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Because I have more enjoyment watching the zone fighters than I got watching PBC fighters. All these guys that, oh yeah, these are names and shit. Them dudes don't fight nobody, bruh. You know what I'm saying? They fight once a year. That shit don't do nothing for me. I could care less. You know what I mean? On the PBC side, you don't really got anybody that's really worth a shit. You know what I mean? Except for Gary Antoine Russell, and he don't even fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because he doesn't want to. It's because the PBC. It's because the PBC. You know what I'm saying? They give you one fight. You know what I mean? One fight a year. You know what I mean? Now we gotta tend to those 200 other motherfuckers we got. That's the problem. They fighters gonna get paid. They fighters gonna get paid for sure. But you gotta think about this. They got way too many fighters. That's why you see guys like Subriel Matias had to go to another promotional company. A lot of guys gonna have to start looking for another home, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these promotional companies ain't really gonna be messing with you because we know that Top Rank really they pick who they want to pick. They pick up whoever they want to pick up. You know what I'm saying? It's like you scraps after if it's top if you're not getting picked the Top Rank, right? You kind of scraps after that. You know what I'm saying? And then like the British, they got their A squad, right? and then British people, the zone will pick a squad, and then after that you scraps, and you know where you end up when you scraps on PBC, bro. You know what I'm saying? On PBC, talking about you making millions. You know what I mean? Talking about you making meals. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the case, man. That ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. I don't really think that any of those fighters are A-level fighters. There are no A-listers on the PBC. Let's be honest. You know, I think that maybe Javante Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Who's under Floyd Mayweather and fights through the PBC. I don't fucking know, right? Because they have such a weird system where it's like okay, we're not a promotional company, whatever, or they are the promotional company, whatever. But you are your own promoter. You know what I'm saying? So and it's funny because they got a distribution deal through a distribution deal to produce whatever. You know what I mean? So like if I wanted to, I could just go up there and be like, yeah, I want to be my own promotional company, and like we could just work together, and we'll just have our events under the PBC. Then the PBC would say, okay, sounds good. We're gonna go ask our machine, which is Prime. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll just run it through Prime, bro. It's such a weird thing, but I just don't see. I don't see it. But I mean, if Canelo Alvarez is saved of the PBC, that's all good and dandy. I mean, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that people, it was like, I told you, I got you, I told you. Canelo Alvarez needed the PBC, this and that. It's like, bruh, the PBC needs star power. You know what I'm saying? They don't got nobody, dog. They don't really got nobody. It's probably one of the worst uh promotional companies because they not fighting each other. They're not doing nothing for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Last year, I can't even remember an event from theirs. And they probably had a good year last year, and I still don't remember an event from them. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember, to be honest. There's nothing I can remember. I can only remember Canelo Alvarez fighting on Jamel Charlo, and that shit was subpar, man. It was subpar. To be honest, that shouldn't even have been a fight. It shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was stating, man, there's no way that the PBC and Canelo Alvarez went mutual ways. It was something off there. You like when you are contractually, when you have a contract. You know what I'm saying? When you have a contract, you have to you could potentially get sued. Like I was saying, if you Canelo Alvarez, you talking about, yeah, all right, fuck it, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? You could potentially get sued because of that company. They already had what they were gonna make, the what they were gonna actually make, and they could sue you for how much they were gonna make on those two remaining fights. So Canelo Alvarez probably, he took the protocol. He said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. He said, look, I'm gonna bring a fight to you guys, right? I'm gonna bring a fight to you guys, and that's how we gonna run it. But the zone's gonna get a cut of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure that the PBC is not gonna be in full control that night. You know what I'm saying? It might be under the PBC, but I feel like that the zone is also an investor within the PBC. You know what I mean? So they'll make the fight happen. And Oscar De La Hoya has obviously been known to work with these dudes, and they working together, whatever. So I mean, they're gonna make the event happen. You know what I mean? They're gonna make that event happen. There's no way in hell they're not gonna make the event happen. I mean, Canelo Alvarez and Jaime Munguia, come on now, two Mexican fighters, and then Paulie Malignaggi. Another thing that kind of blew me about what Paulie Malignaggi was saying, right? That he lied to us that he would never fight Mexican fighters, this and that, and he did that to duck David Benavidez. Paulie Malignaggi got on there and just showed his ass, bro. Just showed his ass, and that was sad. You know what I'm saying? For you to say something like that, dog, this dude didn't say that to. He said that shit in 2022, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker act like Canelo Alvarez gets on an interview, and every time he's telling people that, yeah, he's never gonna fight a Mexican fighter or something. Bro, are you fucking deranged, Paulie? Like, are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb, Paulie? That makes zero sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna hold this dude from 2022 to say, I never want to fight a Mexican fighter, to duck David Benavidez at 22 in 2022. All right, bro. He used that to duck David Benavidez. You talking about David Benavidez, the guy that got stripped because he was doing cocaine? You talking about David Benavidez, the guy that got stripped for missing weight? You talking about that guy? I mean, let's be honest. And then people want to say, oh, Avni or Durham. You know what I'm saying? They want to throw in the Avni or Durham fight. Now, it's to my understanding, right? It's very simple how the president of the WBC put it. You know what I'm saying? People are only going to hear what they want to hear. People are only going to think what they want to think. You know what I'm saying? And that's 100% um okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows the immaturity in people. These dudes be 50 years old on YouTube, bro, and they're very immature. Very, very immature. You know what I'm saying? The president of the WBC came out to say Avni Durham and Anthony Durrell had a fight. Something happened within that fight that the fight was stopped, and guess what? The WBC told Avni Durham, you're gonna since this happened, you'll be mandatory to whoever holds the WBC belt. Now this at the current time was David Benavidez. David Benavidez gets stripped, so now Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith go Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith now are fighting for a vacant title. It was told on the night that Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith got together to get in this fight. It was said by the WBC president, whoever is the winner of tonight will have to fight um have to yo 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 okay. So yeah, Avni Durham. So Avni Durham, it was told to Canelo Alvarez. You can hear me now. What's going on, love? Look, lazy. What's going on? It was told to Avni Durham that, I mean, from Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith, that if they get the opportunity, I mean, if whoever is the winner tonight has to fight Avni Durham as a mandatory. So what did Canelo Alvarez do? He said, okay, sounds good. He beat Callum Smith. A month later, he goes and fights Avni Durham. A month later. And he has like 4 or 5 fights in that same year. Fuck you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? So like, if you talking about, oh yeah, this and that, the Avni Durham fight, dude, you're obviously not a person that's really too bright in the head. If you really are bringing up the Avni Durham fight, you're a meatball, bro. You're fucking half a meatball. You know what I'm saying? You're a half a meatball, and it's as simple as that. You don't really care to really to really find out what's going on in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's where we get a lot of narratives and things like that. Is because if you just speak the truth, it wouldn't be as juicy as you spinning the truth, right? As you spinning fake news, it's not as juicy, and I understand that completely. You know what I mean? It's very understandable because you have to have those juicy topics to get people to believe in you. You know what I mean? It's very understandable. I mean, I get it. A lot of channels do it. You know what I'm saying? But I here on this channel, I tend to keep it at more realistic things because I don't have that type of imagination, right? A lot of these people have a very vivid imagination where they live in fairy tale world, and I live in the real world. I don't have time to be, you know what I'm saying, over here sugarcoating shit, this and that. I'm a very understanding person because that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? Maturity is gonna get you places. That's why that's why all the people I've hung around with or took advice from were older people because ain't nobody my age could tell me shit. These dudes, they grew up and they were the older dudes and they weren't even doing shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know shit. They didn't have game. You know what I'm saying? So they don't they losers online. You know what I'm saying? That they have to spin narratives and do this and that, man, at the end of the day, they losers, man. You know what I'm saying? So we try to keep things realistic here. We don't try to motherfucking sugarcoat none of this shit. If I have the understanding of what the reason, the context behind all of this stuff, I'm gonna say the truth. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, oh yeah, yeah, Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight David Benavidez, but he fought Anthony Durham. Motherfucker, that's a different situation. It's a different situation. It's a different time. Like you have to really be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be a half a meatball out here, bro. And most of these dudes are half a meatball. But if Canelo Alvarez is saving the PBC, I'm all for it. I think that, you know what I'm saying, we don't need to lose promotional companies. We don't need to lose them. You know what I'm saying? We got to preserve them because the sport of boxing is deteriorating. You know what I'm saying? It's a niche sport. It's something that a lot of people aren't fans of until it's like unless it's big, you know what I'm saying? Like there's casual fans for big fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about Canelo fighting Munguia? I've seen a lot of people upset, me including. Canelo isn't fighting David Benavidez, but I believe Munguia fight is also very interesting. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I want to see the David Benavidez fight, but I know that Canelo Alvarez is fighting in September, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that shit. I don't really care too much. I'm not investing all my eggs in that basket. Like, I'm not gonna fucking slander this dude Canelo Alvarez how the whole world is doing it. Uh, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We still got to September. Let's see what the hell happens. You know what I'm saying? Now, if after September you feel different about it, then shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, then shit. The shit. It don't. It don't. It's crazy. But yeah, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we out, man. Peace.